equipment before leaving the regatta tonight. Please tie down your shells, make sure they're bottom up, as it were, and also anybody in the vendors area, make sure that your area is completely secure so that we don't have any damage or problems with any winds that might come through the prediction that is being made at this time.
I'd just like to add to that, Alan, that obviously tie your boats down as well and have them as low as possible, and weight them down if you've got that option. Be respectful to other people's equipment too. What you don't secure may fly away and damage someone else's boat. And also, if you're leaving anything at the regatta course that you don't want to get wet, then you better take it away with you.
Event 62, Women's Petite Final. Number 1, University of British Columbia. Number 2, University of Miami. Lane 3, University of California, San Diego. Lane 4, Colorado Rowing Club. Lane 5, Royal Air Force, Britain. Lane 6, San Diego State University.
University of British Columbia, University of Miami, University of California, Colorado Rowing, Royal Air Force, San Diego State. Attention, go.
The race has begun. While nobody has moved to an early lead, we do have lane 5, Royal Air Force, has fallen back as we come through the breakdown zone. It is a clean start. Lanes 1 and 2, University of British Columbia in lane 1 and lane 2, University of Miami, are now moving into a lead. They are challenged by lane 3, University of California, San Diego, and lane 6, San Diego State University. And then is Colorado Rowing Club, followed by the Royal Air Force Britain in lane 5. It's still close between University of British Columbia, University of Miami, and San Diego State University. San Diego State has just edged possibly a slight lead here. Very close, University of Miami and San Diego State. Then University of British Columbia. Colorado Rowing Club, University of California, San Diego, and the Royal Air Force Britain. It's passing through the 500 meters. We have University of Miami in lane 2, San Diego State in lane 6, University of British Columbia in lane 1, Colorado Rowing Club in lane 4, UC San Diego in lane 3, and lane 5, Royal Air Force Britain.
Miami currently on the lead. And we have the Women's Open Petite Final. San Diego State challenging them. British Columbia. Colorado Rowing Club. University of California, San Diego. And the Royal Air Force from England.
Again, this is a race, the Women's Open Petite, for position 7 through 12, where the crews from the universities, not identified as to where they fall in the hierarchy of crews within their system. I can tell you this because I have inside information that the crew in lane 3, University of California, San Diego, is their third varsity. I'm not sure of the status of San Diego State or Miami or indeed British Columbia. At the moment, it's the University of Miami that are leapt out to the lead. They're being tracked by the University of British Columbia. Those two are in the adjacent lanes, so they will be focused very much on each other, but they should be very wary of the San Diego State crew out in lane 6. Because as we've seen in some other races, it's easy for crews locked in battle in lanes 1 and 2 to lose sight of where a crew in the far outside lane is.
Miami continues on the lead. They are in lane 2. But as Charles mentioned, their concentration, we would suspect at this time, is with lane 1 with British Columbia, and San Diego State just as casually cruising along in that far outside lane. And several times today, we've seen the outside lane all of a sudden sneak up and insert themselves into the situation. So we have Miami, British Columbia, University, check that, San Diego State University, Colorado Rowing Club, and if there's any separation at all, it's the University of California, San Diego, and the Royal Air Force, Britain. Colorado is sneaking up just a little bit, but San Diego State appears on the far outside to certainly be in the hunt, if not at it or near the front of this pack. Miami still on the lead. It appears that San Diego State has gotten past British Columbia as the Aztecs on the far outside continue to gain ground as they move down our 2,000-meter course. It is Miami, British Columbia, San Diego State on the far outside. Royal Air Force is trailing. Colorado Rowing Club made a little spurt there just before the 1,000-meter mark, but they have now settled into their position as 4th in this field.
Yeah, definitely Miami, who have been in or near the lead right from the beginning, holding on to that position, still challenged by University of British Columbia. It's on the far outside, San Diego State, who have rowed a very good race. I think they're coming under pressure now from Colorado Rowing Club. Trailing at this stage a little bit is UC San Diego, and then there's quite some distance back to the Royal Air Force.
Out of Coral Gables, Florida, Miami Hurricanes crew moving along as they have smartly from the very beginning as they're working on a wire-to-wire deal here.
I think they're under pressure from UBC at this point, Alan.
Looks like British Columbia has ratcheted up a notch. And we'll see if that momentum that they've created with about 250 meters to go will serve them well, although Miami seems to be responding at this time. And now Colorado is making a run at San Diego State. The Aztecs on the far outside still cling to that 3rd position, but at the front it is Miami. British Columbia on the move on the shoreline. It looks like the momentum that they established with about 250 meters to go might serve them well. Taking a close look, Miami continues to have the lead, but it is ever so slight. British Columbia is on the move along the shoreline, and the last 100 meters will certainly tell this as Miami does sneak up, and it looks like they got it. British Columbia held off at the very last moment, unofficially at the end of the race. San Diego State University held off a challenge by Colorado Rowing Club, then the University of California, San Diego, and trailing in this field is the Royal Air Force. What do you feel about that British Columbia rush?
It was good. I think they might have been actually closer than we thought earlier in the race. Always very difficult to tell when they're coming at us from a distance with a parallax angle, but they certainly came hard and pushed Miami the whole way. Still one boat in the race course. That's the our visitors from England, the Royal Air Force crew. Air crew, I should call them, I suppose.
They could have used some air help today. With that note of levity, let's take a second to reconsider and rather consider again the weather forecast with winds involved. So make sure that everything is tied down and that your equipment is protected. That will wrap up today's activities for the San Diego Crew Classic. We will look forward to seeing you here again tomorrow. With the Providence willing, we will not have precipitation tomorrow, but we will see how that works out. Neither here nor there, we would love to have you come down and enjoy our venue tomorrow. Also, we will look forward to thanking all of the volunteers that have done such a marvelous job helping us out at the San Diego Crew Classic. And that is not to leave out anybody, especially the production crew and the course crew, the water operations. They have done a fantastic job again this year, as they do every year. And we would remind you to please, on your way home, drive defensively, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Of the University of British Columbia,